Good day, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Chesterton's Jest, where we shine an unflinching light on the joys, contradictions, and crises within today's Catholic Church and culture. If you're here for faith, wit, and a little righteous fire, you're in the right place. But before we dive into today's topic, a quick note, and this one's important. We've just added some outstanding new items to our shop. Gourmet, flavoured coffees that smell like sanity, hand-poured candles with scents like sacred space, and graphic tees and hoodies bold enough to make a modernist flinch. Every purchase directly supports the research, production, and fearless commentary you see here at Chesterton's Jest. So if you believe in what we're doing, don't just watch. Stand with us, light a candle, sip the roast, wear the fight, and of course, smash that like button. Share this video with your fellow troublemakers and subscribe so you never miss an episode. Now then, shall we begin? Our topic, up for discussion today, St. Athanasius, making heretics miserable, since year 328. Chapter 1, the saint they couldn't shut up. There are saints who levitated, saints who healed the blind, and saints who were so sweet they could turn pagans into poets with a smile. St. Athanasius was not one of those saints. No, Athanasius was a man who entered the battlefield of heresy, swinging a theological hammer the size of Mount Sinai. He didn't charm the Arians, he pulverized them. He didn't debate like a gentleman sipping tea. He wrote like a prophet, wielding a thunderbolt. And for that, he was hated, hunted, exiled, and, as was fashionable in the 4th century, slandered with every accusation short of goat theft. But Rome didn't make him a saint because he was polite. It canonized him because he was right. And in an age not so unlike ours, when the Church seemed all but overtaken by error, he stood, stubbornly, absurdly gloriously in the breach. Chapter 2. Heretics in High Places. It's hard to imagine now, but there was a time when the overwhelming majority of bishops were wrong, not just slightly mistaken, but theologically upside down. The Arian heresy, this clever little doctrine, claiming that Jesus was a created being, not fully divine, was all the rage. It was modern, it was rational, it was imperially endorsed, and it was completely heretical. Yet it spread like incense in a draughty cathedral. Emperor Constantine, trying to keep peace in his newly Christian empire, wanted unity more than truth, which is like asking a man with a sword in his ribs to smile more. Athanasius, freshly minted as the Bishop of Alexandria, saw through the fog. Christ was not a demigod, a glorified angel, or a second-class son. He was God from God, light from light, true God from true God. And Athanasius would rather be exiled from every continent than sign a creed that said otherwise. Chapter 3. Contra mundum. The phrase most famously associated with him, Athanasius contra mundum, means Athanasius against the world. Today, we embroider such things on tea towels. Back then, it meant real trouble. He was exiled 5 times by 4 different emperors. He was slandered as a murderer, accused of treason, chased through deserts, hidden in cellars, and once lived in a tomb for 6 years. A lesser man would have traded in his mitre for a fishing boat and retired early. Athanasius just kept writing. His masterwork, On the Incarnation, remains one of the clearest, most stirring defences of the divinity of Christ ever written. It begins not with apology, but with joy, because Athanasius wasn't defending a theory. He was defending a person, and not just any person, the Word made flesh, the eternal Son of God who crashed into history to raise us from dust. Chapter 4. Why he still matters. One might ask, why does any of this matter today? Arius is dead, Athanasius is canonized, and we've got creeds to settle the rest. Yes, but heresies never really die. they just change outfits. In our day, Christ is again reduced, not always by formal theologians, but by smiling commentators and soft-spoken clergy who preach a Christ of nice feelings, vague wisdom, and flexible morals. Modern Arians do not deny his divinity outright. They dilute it. They make him safe, tame, and slightly embarrassed by his church. Athanasius reminds us, if Christ is not truly God, then salvation is a sham. If he is not the eternal Logos, then we are still stuck in sin. But if he is, as Athanasius shouted through exile, then every kneeling sinner is standing on solid ground. Chapter 5. The hammer still echoes. Athanasius was not fashionable, he was faithful, and his stubbornness, which irritated emperors and infuriated heretics, now stands as one of the great triumphs of truth in church history. He did not outnumber his enemies, he outlasted them. He taught the world that one man with the truth is a majority, even if the whole council chamber disagrees. He taught the church that orthodoxy is not decided by applause, but by fidelity. And he taught the faithful that it is better to be exiled with Christ than enthroned with compromise. So if you find yourself shouted down, pushed aside, or quietly marked as divisive for insisting that Christ is Lord and that the gospel cannot be edited, congratulations. You're in good company. Saint Athanasius, hammer of heretics, pray for us. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed today's video and share our passion for defending the true faith with a touch of humor, be sure to head over to chestertonsjest.com. Please support us by grabbing a bag of our gourmet-flavored coffee, or take one of our beautifully scented candles, and consider slipping into one of our fun and fervent graphic tees or hoodies, designed to make you think and look good while doing it. Whether you're looking to wear your faith proudly or share a laugh, we've got something for everyone. Visit us today and join the movement, because in times like these, it's more important than ever to stand firm in our beliefs with style and wit. If you love what you hear, please don't forget to support the show by shopping at our store. Your purchase helps us keep this channel running and ensures more great content comes your way. As Chesterton once said, a madman is not someone who has lost his reason. A madman is someone who has lost everything except his reason. So, let's keep our reason and our faith intact together. Thanks for listening. God bless you, and may the good Lord be praised.